Hello, everyone. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Give me 1 second. Hope you guys had a really good weekend. Um, Apologies if you hear a little bit of feedback. I had something else on the background. Um, I had a busy week last week. It's good to just kick back and try to relax this weekend. Didn't really do anything this weekend. Just rested from the long week I had. Um, Couple of things I want to talk about today. Turn this off. Couple of things I want to talk about. Couple of things that came out over the past couple of days that I wasn't being able to talk to about. Chime in and give my opinion on. Um, just wanted to go through it with you guys tonight. Um, so yeah. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank right now. Um, let's play these videos because there's a couple of things I want to take a look at. Let's take a look at the first thing regarding James Gunn's DCU because apparently they revealed the logo for the Green Lantern series that they're doing. So let's take a look at that.
Now you also have the lanterns coming up as well. They
That's
started
right.
filming on there. What's the tone of that show?
It's a very grounded, real show. I mean, it's taking this outlandish concept of space cops with magic rings and putting it into as close to reality as it can possibly be.
When you say grounded, how grounded? Like, are we going to see superhero like costumes? Are we going to, or is like, are we stripping it down even further?
Well, I don't want to give away all that stuff, but
Okay.
I think grounded just like, if Green Lanterns were real, what the fuck would they be and how would they be? I was thinking about it the other morning because I kept being like, because the thing that keeps getting out is it's a terrestrial story.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, because it's on Earth. The story takes place on Earth. Everybody's like, oh, we don't want to see their outer space. They fly with rings. We don't want to see you know. And I'm like, yeah, they're on Earth for the story, like most Green Lantern.
Yeah, that's already kind of a red flag. Like, if we're doing a Green Lantern story, like, I think everyone wants to see them. Like, yeah, yeah, you can see them on Earth, like slice of life stuff. But when they're Green Lanterns, like, we want to see them like in outer space doing shit. I think that's what a lot of people want to see. So yeah, what are you saying right now is just utter bullshit, in my opinion.
Stories. It's terrestrial bound.
Right.
It's not in outer space. We don't have 1,000 Green Lanterns, all that stuff. And it's like, it's a grounded story that's being told through another lens in a way that's really commensurate. It's an HBO series.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I just want to get your initial thoughts. I know you're not a huge Green Lanterns fan, but you know about Green Lantern. You know about John Stewart.
Sure,
and
I know
Hal
enough.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the new logo. What do you think about this?
What
Oh my
the
gosh.
fuck?
Oh.
Where's
Is
the
that what
ring?
you-
This is the logo? It's barely even green. It's barely even green. What the fuck? Like again, like, I don't know why people were so hyped for James Gunn being in charge of DC. Like again, I till this very day, I never understood why people were so hyped for this guy to be in charge. Like I said, if if you had to ask me who worked at Marvel, who would you want to be in charge of DC, I would probably have said the Russo brothers, in my opinion, because the Russo brothers, not only have they done, not only have they done the, what was I about to say? Not only have they done the, like MCU movies, like Captain America, of the latest Avengers movies, But they done. I don't know if anyone has seen the movie. I believe it was done. They did the Chris Hemsworth movie on Netflix. The Extraction. Like they did a good job with this movie, especially the second one. That second one goes so fucking hard, man. Like I thought the first one was decent, and I was like, and then when I found out they were doing another one, I was like, oh come on, like this dude died. Like come up with a different idea already. Stop doing this shit again. But that shit shut me the fuck up. Like I took back everything I said. That second movie was arguably better than the first one. That shit went so hard. Like just him, you know, rehabilitating himself, like doing the workouts with his arm, just try to get his arm back to 100%. And then that prison fight, like, bro, that movie went so fucking hard, bro. Really, really good movie. Like I cannot wait for the third one that they're doing. Really good fucking movie, man. But yeah, man, like I kind of wish the Russo brothers took the helm of DC over James Gunn, in my opinion, because like again, I still understand why they're even calling it Lanterns. Like, just call it Green Lantern or the Green Lantern Corps. Just call it that. Like the 2011 movie is called Green Lantern. Call this the Green Lantern Corps. I don't think anyone would have a problem with that. Just call it the Green Lantern Corps. Lanterns, like the fuck? Like just call it the Green Lantern Corps.
Wait, hold on. Wait, where's the logo? Where's the shield?
lantern?
Where's the lantern? Where's the ring? Like, put something in there that screams Green Lanterns. This could be anything.
It looks like a horror movie, kind of.
This could be anything.
Beardo, this is the Lanterns.
Oh no.
God.
Oh no.
This is the official Lanterns logo. They really thought they were cooking with this. You guys want to see what's even more wild is one grok prompt, and somebody came up with this. And
Yeah.
just that
Yeah.
little
I mean,
change.
let's
Just
go.
that. Just
Yeah.
that.
Looks, and like you said,
I
yeah, like
actually agree. This actually looks way better. This looks way better. Like, hold on. Like, so this is what they did. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, this feels like some sort of like alien-esque. Yeah, this feels like some alien-esque type of logo. Even though Green Lanterns do take place in space, but it doesn't feel like a Green Lantern logo. It feels more like a Swamp Thing logo, in my opinion. This is a little bit better, yeah.
it looks, and like you said, yeah, like right, maybe even in the background is like the lantern, you know, or something.
Right.
The wording could have changed, but the ring, yeah, I don't mind this. This is actually pretty tough. The logo could be changed a bit. I don't like the not the logo, the font for the letters could be changed, but the ring in the background, yeah, I'm totally for this. This is just like it's like I don't know, unless they're trying to do this as a series where unless you're doing it in a way where each season they're exploring a different Lantern Corps, maybe that's why they're calling it Lanterns, but still, this is just like I don't know, man. Like again, I don't know why they made James Gunn in charge, man.
Dude. Yeah, this is wild.
What the fuck?
What kind of a timeline
Wow.
are we living in where
You know what
somebody
they're
went,
doing?
yeah,
They're trying
this
to
is
make
great.
Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern look good. That's
Yeah.
what they're doing.
That's what
trying
they're
to
doing.
run
They're
around.
trying to get a sequel so they can, yeah. Dude, it's so wild to me how simple and how easy it is to make something look cool when people are already excited for it. And these guys are just, the bar is just so low.
So I've already give my predictions on what's going to happen in this Lantern show. Why we have an aged Hal Jordan is because by the end of season 1, Hal Jordan's going to die so that he can pass the reins. James Gunn can pass the reins.
Yeah, they're either gonna make Hal Jordan die or he's gonna like retire as a Green Lantern. And again, this is what I'm talking about with his DC. Like, you're trying to rebuild DC. Why are you having prominent characters retire already? Like, I just don't understand that. Like, as soon as I saw the casting of the guy who's gonna be playing Hal Jordan, I knew that they're gonna like put this character to bed and focus on Jon Stewart. Like, I knew they were gonna do that shit.
To Jon Stewart, which doesn't need to happen because both Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart can coexist in the same universe. But
Yes.
I have a feeling, because this is going to be like a buddy cop show, is what they've been saying. I have a feeling we're not going to see either of them suit up and be flying around as space cops until the very last episode, if that.
I think you're 100% correct. I really do.
That happens a lot.
It's going to be a grounded, just a...
And if that's the truth, this show is fucking dead. I mean, I still think this show is dead right now, but if that is the truth in terms of they're not gonna be suited up until the very end of the series, then this show is DOA.
grounded, just regular planet Earth story, and then you're going to have finally at the very end of the finale, Jon Stewart's going to suit up.
Yep. I think you are 100% correct. They'll probably have something like, yeah, you're being trained, but we can't really use the ring because we're not authorized. Or, well, my ring isn't charged, you know, or something.
Or he
Really dumb
lost
like
his
that.
ring. He lost his ring. He hasn't earned it yet. He hasn't gone through the trials or something
Yep.
like that.
Yeah.
Something stupid.
Yep. And then H. Hal Jordan, who's probably like, I don't even charge my ring half the time. You know, I'm just tired. I've been doing this a long time, kid.
Oh yeah, I can guarantee there's gonna have that stupid Guardians of the Galaxy humor in there. Like I can already tell, man.
Like, just, yeah.
Dude, you know what's going to be
It's
so
so
fucking
boring.
stupid? Dude, I hate to even fucking say it out loud.
Say
they're
it.
gonna make Hal Jordan evil, and he's gonna be in the Sinestro Corps, the Yellow Lanterns at the end, and Jon
Oh,
Stewart's gonna
I can
have
totally
to
see
fucking
that
kill him and beat him.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I can totally see that happening.
That's a very likely possibility, yeah.
I can totally see that happening.
Yeah, man.
Yep, yeah.
To your point, that would almost
That's
be too
why.
exciting.
That's why it's so.
I mean, I'm not sure about that. So I think they did something similar with that animated movie, Green Lantern movie, Be Around My Power. I believe they did something similar, where Hal, I don't think he necessarily became like a Sinestro Corps, but there was something wrong with him where he was like evil for a second, and then he did end up dying. But I don't think they're gonna go that route. If they do, then that's when I fucking stupid, because that literally defeats Hal Jordan's character, in my opinion. So if they do go that route, that's stupid.
So dark. That's why the logo is so dark.
Yeah.
It's not
It's like,
fully charged green.
Ominous. It's ominous.
Yeah.
Nothing
It's all
selling
bad.
on, the Lantern
Chat
TV
saying-
show, like alumni, extra bold. I mean, font.
Parallax. Here's the thing about Parallax. They did that in the Ryan Reynolds movie. I think they're gonna probably stay away from that, like at least in the first season. But you never know.
Yeah.
You never know. I think they'd probably avoid it though, because that was the Ryan Reynolds movie. But we'll see.
It just
Yeah.
seems like a lot of these shows that come out are just super long, super boring trailers. The whole first season is a super long, super boring trailer for what's going to happen in season 2. They don't actually do anything. They're like, just stick around because the next one is when it really rips off. And
Yes.
there's nothing in that first season that's like, this was for the fans,
Oh, and you know what else? Sinestro is going to be misunderstood.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's going to be in.
Yes. There's something that Hollywood has been doing for a while now, where they're making certain villains like misunderstood villains. Like they're not necessarily bad. They're just bad because of like certain circumstances that pushed them, that made them become what they are. They do that to a lot, especially with like female villains or villains who are like colored villains. Like they do that all the time in Hollywood. And again, no one is like just straight up a villain anymore, and that's something I don't like. What's happening with Hollywood now? Like no one can be bad just to be bad. They don't like to do that anymore.
Misunderstood.
Yeah, there's no evil and good. There's just like that.
Only
He's going to be an
degree.
anti-hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gray.
Fuck, man.
I do not think you are wrong. Yep. This is the world we live in now.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. So I don't know. Lantern show looking kind of DOA. It's been looking DOA for a while now. So, but yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not too excited for it. I am really not too excited for it. Before we go to some gaming stuff, let's take a look at this this another one from Paramount.
And Paramount's cool. I mean, they fucking ruined Halo, but other than that, they Wanda and Gina. How fucking whoever thought about that, man? They're gonna be half naked and might be making it a little better. Ronda Rousey can fight. That fight. I think she lost a few fights to her ex, but I like Gina. She's like super conservative. She was hot. I was like a kid when she fought. I may have off to her once or twice.
This guy is so fucking based right now.
Oh, look what one of his ears is jacked.
I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think Garrett edited this right. He was supposed to bleep out some of the slurs and stuff. I don't know if he did that or...
I'm looking forward to the Gina Carano Ronda Rousey fight. A lot of
I forgot that they're fighting. I kind of want to watch this mainly because of Gina Carano.
We've been talking about the matchup there in that face-off. Looks like Gina might have an edge. Just a lot of people have been pointing that out.
She's got a couple of
He's
edges.
taller.
Taller. That's it.
Sure. I was like, what, like 12? No, I was jerking off when I was 12.
Wow.
Oh, God. Nobody gives a... Maybe you put some oil on it, Do some dollar bills. People might give no one gives a fuck about women's sports. You take the weakest, softest motherfucker here, and you guys would beat up Amanda Nunes. Like the fat guy in the Hawaiian shirt. And there's nothing wrong with women. I mean, they do great things. They cook, they clean, they're real women, right? Like that's why I didn't go to fucking prison. Knowing I'm gonna have to go be surrounded by a bunch of fucking dudes for 30 years. I'm not doing that. Problem is, we've empowered them too much to ruin society. Look at the NFL.
I'm so distracted by his ear.
That's a common thing with fighters.
Yeah, cauliflower ear.
Yeah.
Its name because I'm talking about the halftime show guy, the Puerto Rican, right? Puerto Rican.
Bad Bunny?
Bro, yeah, that fucking dude, it is so crazy. Now, back in the day, dude, the NFL was the fucking standard of being a fucking man. I think they all get together around a table and say, guys, how do we fucking ruin this sport? How do we gay it up? How do we fucking ruin it? Why don't we bring a gay foreigner who doesn't speak fucking English and have him perform it? Man, hockey's like the last man sport.
An NHL player came out as gay.
Wow.
Oh, no shit. Well, that guy's definitely gonna beat him in the locker room.
The fuck is this guy saying right now?
Mental illness is real, and if you can, the way I feel about gays is very simple. If you're fucking gay, dude, go suck cock. I wouldn't know what it's like, man.
Don't do it. You guys get him on the show.
There should be the poster for Pride.
Don't forget to subscribe to Paramount Plus.
Yeah, there's Toyota and Paramount Plus in the background this whole time.
I'm sure they agree with that message.
Hey, Jeremy, you brought up Dana White coming out and talking about it. Just to be clear, I don't know if Dana has actually commented on this Sean Strickland press conference. The one that people are throwing around is a response from Dana from a while ago.
Okay.
Not about this specific one.
Because when I saw it, he did address Sean Strickland, so I assumed it was this one. So it could have been a previous one because Strickland has done this
first time Sean Strickland is.
So just so the audience knows,
in front of a
this is probably like the seventh or eighth kind of viral moment that Strickland has had. Just in these types of settings right here. He's done this a lot. So that's good context, Ryan, because I didn't know that, if that was a... So we're not sure if that's an updated one or not? You're assuming it's probably an older one?
Look at his recent tweets. He's totally responding to this now. That's his
Who? Dana or
Strickland?
Sean
Sean Strickland.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's coming
If Dana White is floating around,
I want to get to the Halo stuff. Is he talking about Halo?
That's right. Now people can call him a dumbass for saying.
Yeah, I don't fuck with that.
This might be a really bad segue, but I saw some pictures of you training with a little boy. How'd that happen? What was that like?
Relax, Epstein. This ain't the White House car. Relax.
Yeah, the way she asked. Yeah, she knew exactly what she was doing the way she asked that. Trying to get to the Halo stuff.
So he's fighting Hernandez.
Yeah.
So is he
February 20th, Saturday on pay-per-view, Trades College. It's not the
if you get your feelings hurt that bad, you probably shouldn't ask the type of questions.
He said about Sean Strickland in the past. I see even a lot of people in the chat saying, no, Dana White specifically said he didn't put him on a leash. It's like
I wish he'd mentioned Star Trek.
Oh.
Listen, I got rage baited by an MMA reporter, but let's be honest, after Paramount Plus did what they did to Halo TV show and Star Trek, they should probably hire me as director. All right, team, it's simple. We're going to fill it with strong women, and we're not going to make it gay. We're not going to fill it with strong women.
Yeah.
I don't know. If they were hot, I don't know. We're not going to fill it with strong women, and we're not going to make it gay. So he did chime in on Star Trek. Thank you. Thank you, Sean. We appreciate you. Thank you.
I also love the statements about Halo because nobody wanted the Master Chief show. It was abysmal.
Yeah, man, it was bad. It's
Yeah.
people have been asking for that Halo. Well, they wanted a Halo movie for the longest time, and then we got the armor was perfect on Master Chief,
was.
and then everything else was horrible. It was crazy, man.
Yep.
Let me take the helmet off in the first episode.
Yeah.
Well, no, they turned his helmet into like a bicycle helmet that he wore for protection. Whenever he got into the car, he put the helmet on. When he got out the car, he took it off. So it was just in case he crashed.
And it's like Liev Schreiber's brother, right? So he takes that helmet off, and there's just big nose.
Derper. Well, I wouldn't, like he said, the reason why you can't have a helmet is because it makes you more connected if you can see the...
Yeah, this is what I don't get. Like, every time when certain characters, like, I even kind of had a problem with this with Robert Downey Jr. when he was Iron Man. Like, I hate when characters, like, when they're supposed to play a certain character, they always want to remove, like, their helmet. And it's just like, dude, like, we understand that, you know, like, we know you're the guy playing that character, but at the same time, like, dude, leave your helmet or your mask on. Like, I remember a couple times Robert Downey's character was do that. They literally did it to a point where, you know, like they instead of like the face mask just lift up, which I would have been fine with if they kept that with his face mask just like lifting up, but now it's just like the whole helmet just comes off now, and it's just like, what's the point anymore? Same thing with other characters that wear a mask, you know, like the Spider-Man, Tom Holland Spider-Man, always taking off his mask. I remember that in the Black Adam movie, every time Pierce Brosnan's Dr. Fate, he'll just take off his helmet mid-battle, and it's just like, dude, leave the helmet on. Like, dude, just stay in the character, dude. Like, I don't know. I hate when Hollywood does that with these actors. Like, I understand these are big name actors, you know, but still, like, I feel like and I heard that they put it in their contracts. I know with Robert Downey's, that they put it in his contract where, you know, he has to have some screen time, like face screen time for a certain amount of period. So, but still, it's just like, leave the helmet or the mask on. And I feel like that was the situation with the Halo series, because I heard that the guy always took off his helmet, and it's just like, dude, just wear the helmet. It's not a big deal. I don't know. I feel like these actors don't realize it, but I feel like people would respect them more if you stay faithful to whatever character you're playing. If you stay faithful to the source material. Not just with actors, but with directors, writers. I feel like people would have much more respect for them if they just stay faithful. I said faithful to the source material on whatever you're adapting, especially when it comes to comics, or if you're adapting books into TV shows or etc. Like, just stay faithful to what you're doing. Like, again, this is why the Japanese always win. Like, the Japanese, whenever they adapt something, especially when it comes to their manga, it's literally a page-for-page adaptation. And that's why people have so much respect for these creators. The problem here is that people just have too much of an ego, and they're trying to make a name for themselves in the industry.
the emotions on someone's face. I wouldn't have minded if he had any other expression except the one that he has all the time.
Why did it work in the game? Like that's such bullshit. It's just actors wanting to feed their ego because you can actually express
Yeah, I literally just said that. Yeah, it's ego.
Emotion without having facial expressions. I don't know. Snake Eyes,
He
pretty
doesn't
popular
have facial
fucking character.
expressions.
Very much so.
Like, he had as many facial expressions as the helmet did. That was the weird part of the series.
Exactly.
What
But their
emotion was
motivation,
he
it's like in
displaying?
superhero movies, they're always fucking taking off their mask, right? Like, even that's the one criticism I would have of Raimi Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 2 is
What emotion was his bum displaying?
Horny
disappointment.
A disappointed bum.
Yeah, man. I just don't understand why they always have to do this, man. Just stick to the source materials. Like, respect the players, man. Like, if the players expect this character, not the player, if the audience and the fan base expects you to act or be a certain way because it relates to this quote unquote source material, then I think you have to stick to that. It's not about you at the end of the day. Like, people need to understand that it's not about you. But yeah, let's take a look at some gaming stuff now, because there's a couple of things I want to look at right now. Let's take a look at what's happening with Xbox.
Okay, so major shakeup at Xbox. They have gotten rid of Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond, and they have replaced Phil Spencer with an Indian, correct? Vera?
Yes.
Who is this that they?
His name is Asha Sharma.
Yeah. So.
He is the president of Microsoft's Core AI product.
And as we know, Xbox has been dead for a long time. This is not any breaking news. Everybody's seen them just fall apart all over the place. And so
I feel like Xbox died as soon as they raised the prices to Game Pass. I feel like that's what really killed them, in my opinion. Because you can say whatever you want about Game Pass, even though a lot of people say it was a false leader in terms of like they weren't really making money. But a lot of people used Game Pass, and it was essential for a lot of people. But ever since they raised that, like I said, that $30 price raise, like, literally killed their entire audience and fan base. And the worst part about it is how they marketed it. Like, you have to be one of the most brain dead, out of touch individuals to say what you say in terms of what was said in that video. Like, literally, the lady literally said, "Hello gamers, we heard your criticism about Game Pass, and we're now listening." And then you announce Game Pass is now going to be $30 a month. Like, what consumer would ever ask you to charge them more money for a product? Like, what consumer would ever ask you that? Like, that makes zero sense. No customer will ever say some crazy shit like that. Like, that is crazy. Like, you're literally saying that, yo, this thing is so good, bro. Can you charge me more for it, please? Like, that is crazy. Like, you are insane. And literally, like, ever since they announced that, that was like, what? How many months ago was that? That was like, I want to say that was back in the fall when they announced that. Ever since that was announced, bro, the player count in terms of people getting Game Pass went downhill. Lots of people canceled their Game Pass because of that $30 shit. And it was just such a dumb move, such a brain dead move. And this is what I've been saying. Like, a lot of people working at Xbox, they don't know games. They don't know anything about gaming. They probably know more about the business side, not even the business side, in terms of like the other stuff that Microsoft does, because Microsoft is more than just gaming. That's the thing. I feel like it's these individuals who are in different branches at Microsoft coming in to work on the gaming side of things. And I feel like they don't have dedicated people in the gaming space to work on that. And I think that's the problem.
Did not see Phil Spencer being gone though. Now, was he forced out in your opinion, Vera?
So he is retiring and she is resigning. So two different sort of statements. But I ultimately do believe that yes, I think that Xbox has been struggling for years. Obviously, last quarter, they reported a $113 million decline because there was a 2% decrease, 29% drop in Xbox hardware sales. But I think with the reveals of Xbox Magnus, they want to go into the new generation with a completely different team because Sarah's been there for 9 years, Phil's been there for a very long time, and it just hasn't gone the way that they expected. They've lost a lot of money and upset a lot of people.
Yeah, and they're just they can't keep up in the console, world, right?
Like I said, it's a combination of them shutting down Xbox Studios, a lot of like barely any exclusives, and if they have exclusives, they're just not that good. And like I said, the fucking $30 price raise for Xbox Game Pass, like again, like I feel like it's the combination of both. I feel like it's a combination of those things I just said.
Right now, they are a distant third, and they have not really competed since that famous E3 moment of,
I don't even say they're third. I feel like they're fourth because, in my opinion, I feel like. Wait, yeah, I think they're fourth because, in my opinion, I feel like the top right now. I feel like even though it's not considered a console, like depending on how you describe it, I feel like what's dominating gaming right now, in my opinion, is PC. Actually, no, it's Steam and PC, even though you can consider them as the same thing. Steam, PC, PlayStation, Nintendo, and then Xbox. I feel like Xbox is fourth right now. And like I said, I feel like Xbox needs an entire restructure, in my opinion. They need to bring in people who actually give a fuck about the industry, and stop hiring these people who don't think about gaming. And they need to get more people who care about gaming, people who can actually, produce products for consumers. And again, I think Xbox did it to themselves. Honestly, Microsoft did it to themselves when it comes to Xbox. I heard a lot of people have been saying that after this next console, they're not going to make another console. I kind of agree with that. I feel like what they're going to keep is Game Pass. I feel like Game Pass is just going to be it. It's going to be just like how Steam is, without the Steam Deck. It's just going to be like that. Like you can just download Steam, download Xbox Game Pass, and just add it to your thing. But even then, I don't see a lot of people using it because, again, Steam dominates. Steam has had one of its. I feel like the past couple of years, Steam has just been on the top. I feel like the only reason people would even use Game Pass is if they want to play Call of Duty or something, or Halo.
Their "don't you guys have phones" moment with the Xbox One.
Is there any plans to make this playable on PC, or is this strictly mobile forever?
Are there any? The current plan is to be on mobile, both Android and iOS. We don't have any plans at the moment to do PC.
Like I said, they did it to themselves. That is so stupid. That is so dumb. Come on, Xbox. Come on. What they should have said is that we'll see how it goes on mobile, and if there's a good surge, then we'll think about PC. That's what they should have said. Again, they're just not. They are extremely out of touch with their audience. They are extremely out of touch, man. It's crazy.
Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have phones, right?
Was that them?
No. That was no. I'm saying it was their moment. So that was
Blizzard.
Diablo or Diablo, right?
Blizzard, yeah.
Yeah, it was Blizzard.
Yeah, so
which is still Microsoft.
But
Yeah,
at
so-
least
they own them.
here, what is interesting about this is they are just replacing him with a female still. So you had made a joke about how, black women are so like 2015 before. Now
Yes.
it's an Indian woman. So
Yes.
yeah.
So
You
yeah,
know those
so
fucking Indian woman gamers, they fucking know shit, you know.
if you go back to the E3, I can't remember what year it was, where they presented the Xbox One. That was them coming off of the generation where the Xbox 360 was massively successful.
That was
And
2015, by the way.
They lost every bit of their momentum at that point in time, every single bit of it, and they have not recovered. And then, of course, we've seen Halo just completely be destroyed over the years, which was once the top gaming franchise in the entire industry, with everything that's happened with that. So I think this is a terrible move for them. Phil Spencer, for all of his faults, has been a good public face for them. And that's something that we haven't really had for any of these gaming companies since Reggie at Nintendo. Sony doesn't really have a public face.
Gabe.
Yeah.
Gabe is the only guy that's the head of any gaming studio that people actually like.
Yeah, that is true.
One of the big
Doesn't have to
companies.
do anything.
Yeah,
He's retired on his boat.
Themselves.
Yeah. And so I'm very interested to see how this plays out. This is a major shakeup right now. Phil Spencer is it's effective immediately, right, Vera?
Yes, he is retiring on Monday.
Yeah, so he's not going to get a tour of celebration or anything like that.
Yeah.
This tells me that I think Xbox consoles are doomed.
Yeah, so next week Xbox is gonna have like a new president, but a new regime for them is coming. I could have sworn I feel like for the past couple of years they've gone through a lot of different presidents for their gaming section. I could have sworn there was like a black woman in charge at some point. Or am I thinking of something else in Microsoft? I could have sworn I'd seen something like that. Like she was in charge of something for Xbox gaming. I just can't remember what.
To the future. I mean, I know they've got stuff in the works, but they're going to phase out of the console market. They've already moved over to PC.
Yeah.
They're putting things on different platforms. The Xbox brand is essentially it's been dead for a long time, but this just confirms that it's over, Xbox fanboys.
Jeremy, what was that announcement? Was it Halo that they're offering on on PlayStation now? Because that to me signaled that it's dead at that point.
Yes, yeah. So Halo, it still feels weird too to have Halo on a PlayStation console. It just it
That's
doesn't
their flagship game.
It's the definitive. I mean, it's like their Mario.
Crazy.
Yeah, and
Absolutely crazy.
So that was a moment where everybody realized, and it's been long rumored that we're going to get the Master Chief Collection to release on like the Switch and all of that. So that's probably going to happen into the future. But yeah,
the Master Chief Ass Reveal Collection, the Master Chief Ass Reveal Collection.
Oh.
Are you gonna get that?
That was on Paramount. That's already been done.
Well, I mean, you could play it in a game. Like you could, I don't know, stick his ass out.
You know, I think a very
this is what Gary adds to the gaming.
This is what's watching Starfleet Academy does to
We're all brain damaged.
But I think with Xbox, you know, we're definitely seeing a major shift because Xbox Magnus, we've been getting a lot of information on that. That's their new hybrid system. It's part console and part PC. So they're definitely.
So yeah, their next console is going to be like a like a PC console hybrid. There are rumors that PlayStation's next console might be the same, but right now it's kind of looking DOA for Xbox just because of the pricing for it. Like the pricing they said is between $1,000 and $1,500, and looking at that, it's just like you might as well just build your own PC at that point because it's just like, even though shit for building a PC right now is pretty expensive, but depending on when it releases and what is the pricing for building a PC, we'll see. Like if building a PC is like over that price point of $1,500, then I guess it would make sense to buy that. But at the same time, it's just like, you know, like you could probably find a PC, a pre-owned one, or you could still build like a mini PC for like under $1,000, in my opinion. So, I don't know. I kind of don't see the point of it. And not to mention with the Steam machine coming out soon, we still don't know how much that's going to cost. Like I said, if they market the Steam machine around the same price as consoles, where it's like 500, 600, that shit will sell. If they market it similar to PCs, then that shit is kind of DOA. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Definitely shifting a lot at the company, and I know they just had basically made this statement about how they want to go back to like catering to fans. They said we will recommit to our core Xbox fans and players. I don't believe that at this point with all of these different people that are at the higher ups at the actual developer studios, because just because you replace one person doesn't mean the entire mindset across all of their studios totally changes. I mean, it's Microsoft Gaming, but Xbox has these different sort of guidelines for developers to follow. Like, is your female character appropriately dressed? Does she have a similar power level to the male characters? Is there any sort of sexism in your dialogue? So are they going to get rid of that? Probably not.
I hope so.
No.
Well, I hope so, but I don't believe it.
Yeah, at this point, you can't put the toothpaste back into the tube. Xbox is done.
Right.
There's outside of something absolutely catastrophic and shifting them back in there's no way. You can't do it. And they have too many DEI initiatives in place. They have all this crap going on. You just can't fix it. They have done this for over a decade now. They have pushed people away for over a decade.
Yeah, it's since 2013 when Don Matrick came out and essentially told people you just keep hold of your 360.
Yeah, I think people are going to love it, and then they're going to understand what we're trying to create and how it links games and entertainment, the functionality of the box, some of the advantages that you get of having a box that is designed to use an online state. So that, to me, is a future-proof choice. And I think people could have arguably gone the other way if we didn't do it. And fortunately, we have a product for people who aren't able to get some form of connectivity. It's called Xbox 360.
Right. So stick with 360. That's your message. If you don't like it,
if you have zero access to the internet, that is an offline device. I mean, seriously, when I read the blogs and thought about who's really the most impacted, there was a person who said, "Hey, I'm on a nuclear sub, and I don't even know what it means to be on a nuclear sub, but I've got to imagine that it's not easy to get an internet connection."
Which is the most retarded thing to fucking say. Oh, so we don't actually need an Xbox One because you want this to be online only, and everyone else have got oh my god, that was it.
I mean, this is the problem I feel like both consoles have, both PlayStation and Xbox. I don't know why the fuck we need single player games. I mean, we need internet just to play single player games. Like, that shit makes no fucking sense to me. Like, you literally need the internet just to, like, fucking download games or updates, and it's just so stupid. It's just like, bro, this is a single player game. Why the fuck do I need internet? This is stupid. Like, I remember I was trying to download a game on my I think it was like an update on my PlayStation, and it literally said I needed internet. I'm just like, this is a single player game. Like, why the fuck do I need internet for this? Like, it's so dumb. Like, it makes no sense to me, man. That's the one thing I hate about consoles now. Like, we're literally at a point where you need the internet just to play a single player game. You're not even playing online with friends. And that's just like, I just don't know why they do that. Like we went from just putting the disc and play to now, oh, you need the internet. Like, you may have the disc, but you still need the internet to download this. And it's just like, this is stupid. What's the point of the disc then? And on top of that, you gotta pay just to even play online. Like what are we doing here?
I mean, I know he was ushered out the door very quickly afterwards, but the damage was done, and the problem is he was the scapegoat to the actual direction of Microsoft. It's when consoles stopped being consoles and started to become entertainment systems, that's when it all went to shit, because they looked past the gamer, they looked past their core audience, and they were just like, how are we going to get mums and grandmas to buy an Xbox?
So
it's an
women ruined
entertainment
it.
system.
Yes,
You will put
yes,
your CD,
as usual.
And of course, they don't give a fuck. They're not interested at all.
Oh yeah, no.
The same issue has happened with Windows, so they probably think they've still got the Windows gaming market and everything. But there's been recent stories about how Notepad has been getting hacked because it's gone online with AI, and that's opened up a load of vulnerabilities to system errors in Notepad. And so now gamers are getting annoyed over Windows. Steam seems to see this coming a long way off. They're now working on Linux gaming, getting Proton, everything. That's all improving. All their stuff is running on Linux and Windows. They may actually end up in a system where they've added in so much crap that no gamers are in touch with them on any platform, not just Xbox. They lose everything.
Well, I know there's like a large revolt of a lot of like Windows users. People are actually switching to Linux or maybe switching to Mac as well. But you can go to YouTube and find all sorts of videos of people just massively pissed off at Windows 11 with all the crap that they've been filling it. And it's no longer just an operating system. It's basically an ad delivery system.
Yeah.
The AI.
There's every time I turn my PC on at the minute, it's set my speakers to a different device. Every fucking time I turn it on, I have to go and change it to the correct. Oh, it's too much.
Trash.
Don't cry, little Windows user. Uncle Microsoft has enough spyware bloatware to last your entire life. Microsoft, bring me more unneeded apps. The boy's hungry.
Yeah,
And the funny thing is,
freaking
the
horrible.
Windows 10
Screw those
really
starving kids in Africa. Ask us to go change a sound system. The real fucking problems here, okay?
I know that.
Where did the starving fucking kids in Africa come from?
I don't care. I'm
It's a nation.
They can build their own country.
You should care.
I'm trying to sympathize with you.
Tonight, all the money that has been raised for today.
I thought I was being sarcastic.
No.
He's like, no, screw those kids.
Fuck those kids.
You know how we're
feeling you, brother.
Those you guys have any RAM?
We got a president, elect that referred to African countries as shithole countries. And part of what he was thinking...
like Tommy Wiseau. I get the picture.
Yeah, so I think that's basically it. But, Xbox is, I don't know what the fuck they're doing at this point. I don't see like I said, I feel like after this next console, I don't see them making another console after this. I feel like after this is just purely going to stick to cloud gaming, meaning Xbox Live is going to be the thing now. And I feel like moving forward, a lot of these new devices, gaming devices, you could be able to access both Steam and Xbox Live. So I feel like that's going to be what gaming is going to be looking like for Xbox moving forward. This PC that they're building, this PC console hybrid, is going to be the last console that they make, in my opinion. Depending on how it sells, we'll see. But like I said, if they're going the console PC hybrid route, there's really no point of getting the system, because again, you can build a PC for cheaper. And another question is too, now that they're going this route, will they? I don't even think they'll have disc anymore. That's actually a good question. Will this new console have disc? Because it's a PC, you can sign in on Xbox and just download the game on your PC, because it's essentially a computer. So I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. Let's take a look at this next game.
A few months ago, we got a game reveal that didn't exactly go over great with some people. And when I say some people, I mean the general audience, most people, because the idea of playing as a knight in Italy in the 1340s, that could be pretty cool, until you find out that the knight in question is actually lesbian or non-binary and is a little girl who's fighting grown men. Then people might roll their eyes a little bit, and that's exactly what 1348 ex voto was revealed to be a handful of months ago. You can see, got a little bit ratioed there. And a few weeks ago, when they finally did their grand story reveal and revealed that, yes, indeed, this is about a lesbian knight played by a non-binary person, didn't go over great with some people. Here's just a little bit of this big story reveal trailer.
This is not fair.
O my noble knight Eric, would thou aid this fair damsel to rise?
Bianca, where have they taken you? Yeah, everybody wants to play as a non-binary, lesbian, 80-pound, 5'0" woman with a bowl cut in the 1300s fighting a bunch of dudes. Yeah, that's what everyone wants. And of course, look at the comments section. Look at the ratio, 14.
I really don't understand why games, like, why are Western games, like, I feel like Western gaming, they do this shit on purpose. Like, I truly believe that they are doing this on purpose. Because it's like, why would you think that people would be interested in a game like this? Like, it makes no lick of sense to me whatsoever. It is amazing how, the amount of stuff that people are able to make, and it's amazing how the general audience sees it and just refuses it. Like, and this is what I've been saying for a long time, that we have the power when it comes to shit like this. Because at the end of the day, we vote with our wallets. And they're realizing it now that people do not want this shit. Like, they do not want this shit whatsoever.
Thousand dislikes to less than 4,000 likes. It's fascinating how they avoided showing the characters talking. The mouth animation must be terrifying. At some point, they'll stop lighting money on fire, right? Missed opportunity not to name the MC Sir Lesbian a lot, the Scissor. They never leer. Yes, they never learn. But they went the extra mile when it came to this game. They decided to try to poke fun at Knight's Path, which very frankly were like, hey, we're a medieval combat game.
Yeah, I remember one day. I remember when that whole controversy was on Twitter. Like, it's just like, why are you guys trying to poke fun at this game? Like, mind you, people are excited for that game.
We're not about a modern agenda. We're just about entertainment. 13.
Yeah, I remember when they said. I remember some dude asked Knight's Path. Some random person asked, "Will this have gay representation?" And literally, the developers answered it perfectly. They said, "We're all we care about gaming, not agendas. Like, not agendas." Like, as soon as they said that, over 100K wishlisted. Fucking based response. This is how most of these developers need to start talking to these weirdos. Like, again, the average person is not going to want this shit in their games. Like, that's just the objective truth. Again, all of these failures in Western gaming for the past couple of years is proof of that. Nobody wants this weird shit in gaming. People just want to have fun.
1948 Ex Voto decided to poke the bear and say, don't forget to wishlist and note the release date on your modern agenda. They specifically are going after a very certain target audience, the modern audience. This is the one that the modern agendas cater to, the ones that always show up and support these things, right? And then they went and bragged that they had 100,000 wish lists on Steam, and you'd think, whoa, 100,000 people to wish list this game. There must be some actual genuine interest. Well, we finally got a free demo for this game, and you would think that with 100,000 people wishlisting it, that the idea of a free demo to play this game, that they're clearly so excited.
I fucking hate this haircut for her. Like, it is a female, and she has like, what the fuck is this, bro? Like, at least make it come all the way down, like, towards her neck. Like, I don't know. This hairstyle to me is so stupid. Like, if there was a guy, I kind of would have, I would respect it, but for a female, it's just like, why does Western gaming, why do they have to make these females look so ugly? Like, I just don't get it.
Excited for, must have been pretty impactful, right? Unfortunately, that is not the case. A free
demo. All-time peak of 120 players, only 80, well, when did he release this video? Well, it was today, so 80 people playing this shit. 100K people wishlist this shit too.
Demo for 1348 Ex Voto. A massive massive number, a walloping 122 people actually decided to give it a shot. That's the most they had playing at one time. 122 for your free demo. And maybe even more interesting than this, yeah, shocker that a bunch of people aren't interested in playing as a tiny lesbian knight in the 1300s in Italy. It's so weird that not a lot of people might be very interested in that. Saving your damsel in distress as a non-binary lesbian knight.
It's just like what, like it's just like what the fuck, like who asked for that shit, like what the fuck, like, and they think that these developers think that they have something. It's like, no, you don't. Like, I don't get how this gets past the, like, how does it even get into production? Like, there's not one person in the room that will actually have some sense and say some shit. Like I said, these developers will have to learn the hard way when it comes to making games, when they see no returns. That's how they'll learn.
Yes, embarrassing, pathetic, but it gets even more interesting because we can all make assumptions about why and how they do things like this. But here are the two characters two voice actors who are voice acting for these. Now, some well-known people and some non-binary actor to play the lesbian knight. But listen to what they say about this game.
We don't like that, developers.
I wanted to take this job because not often a part comes through where you don't feel like you have to pretend. It felt quite natural to play her. I think they've made a character that a lot of people will relate to.
So
who, like, what people are going to, like, what? Like, and I have respect for her, Jennifer English. I mean, she gets herself some pretty decent roles. She voiced Eve. I believe she voiced Eve from Stellar Blade in the English version. And I heard she voiced the character in Expedition 33. So I have respect for her roles. And by the way, she's lesbian too, but she never pushes that shit in her work. So that's one thing I respect about her. I don't know who this is.
You don't feel like you have to pretend. It felt quite natural to play her. I think they've made a character that a lot of people will relate to.
So a non-binary voice actor didn't even have to pretend while playing this character. And you think that a lot of people are going to be able to relate to this character. You think that a lot of people are going to be able to relate to a lesbian, potentially non-binary knight in 1348 in Italy. You think a lot of people are going to relate to that? What do you mean by a lot? Do you mean 10? Or do you mean enough to make this game a success? But it doesn't stop there.
She was kidnapped from my town by your men. You murder. You kidnap. I take no pleasure in bloodshed, yet your actions demand it.
You're the young knight who's brought chaos to this camp.
I really passionately want to tell LGBTQ plus stories. There's lots about the character that I've never had the opportunity to play before.
She's slightly genderqueer in that, like, people mistake her for being a boy and a man, and she's like, yeah, great.
It's not a coming out story. It's not your usual fare. The longing, the yearning, the complex, messy relationship. That's not what they're wrestling with. What they're wrestling with is the circumstance.
So isn't this great?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. Jennifer English, I don't know. You're kind of losing me there. I'm not gonna lie.
And this is Jennifer English, who is a well-known voice actor, but they wanted to play these characters because they want to tell gay stories. That's why they wanted to do this thing. That's what this is all about, right? And you can see 3.4 thousand dislikes to 1,000 likes on PlayStation's official channel. What about the comment section? Oh, look at that. They must feel so absolutely confident about this, aren't they? They must feel so absolutely...
I really hope Jennifer English learns from this and realizes that, okay, I should not put myself in these roles anymore. I really hope she comes to that realization.
100% confident about this game that they turn the fucking comments off. It's almost like the bullshit about this is going to appeal to so many people isn't true. This is going to be a nightmare. And they're the ones that are bragging about this shit. They're the ones who are telling you it's all about this gay story. They're the ones who are poking at people and poking at fans and talking about the modern agenda and hoping that it gets paid back to them. I think that 1348 Ex Voto is going to go the same way we see so many of these games go. Instead of making something that truly is just supposed to be fucking awesome and entertaining that people want to play, instead, this thing is a virtue signal and a lesson that the voice actors behind it, they really want to tell gay stories. And I didn't even have to pretend to be this little lesbian genderqueer knight. This is going to be a monumental failure, but it's one that we saw coming the entire time.
Yeah, he's right. I'm just really confused on what they're doing with gaming, man. Like, again, and games are not even games anymore. Like, they're just like these. They're trying to make games more like movies now, and it's just like, dude, like people want to play. Like, yeah, like it is kind of like a movie. Like it tells a story, but again, it's just like, how do I explain it? I feel like they deliberately put certain cutscenes and certain dialogue in these movies just so they can try to like make you, the player, or whoever's like playing the game, like feel a certain type of way. And it's just like, I just want to, I'm just trying to have fun. Like, why are you trying to like push like this agenda? Or are you trying to preach to me? Like, I don't care. Like, I want to play this game. And this is why Western gaming is in the position it's in, is because like they don't want to entertain people anymore. That's the problem. But I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with Western gaming. There are some companies that are learning their lesson and trying to course correct. Some are still in the belief that they think that they can do this and make money, like this game. But yeah. I think I'm gonna end it there. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. I'm gonna be doing a drawing stream. Probably, if not tonight, probably tomorrow. Really appreciate you guys watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. This is the Wade Blur, and I'm signing out.